Good afternoon, Grow family. This is Draco here, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about altar basic supplies. Yeah, sounds like fun. Anyway, stick with me, and I'll get back to you with that in just a second. Okay, so here we are. Today I'm going to be talking a little bit about basic altar supplies, what you would need for an altar. You see them a little further away, and yes, there is a Yule tree sitting behind me, otherwise known as a Christmas tree. We keep this up all year long as our mother tree. This is our altar room, office space. It's got two desks in it, one for me and one for my wife. And our altar and a bookshelf. And it's just our thinking room, our craft room, our meditation room, our altar room. It's us. This is what describes us in this room, including having the tree up all year long, even though the lights are off because I turned them off. Stays up all year long. Alright, so let's get started. First thing you need for your altar is two candles, a god and a goddess candle. And they go exactly like this on the altar in the back. Now, if they're facing you, let's say you're facing from my way, you're facing me. Goddess, God. I understand some people don't have a goddess and a god, they only have a goddess. Well, goddess and guardian, goddess, whatever else you could think of. You still have to pay homage to goddess and gods no matter what goddess and god you follow. Okay? You got a bowl of salt. This is coarse sea salt. It's coarse. It's not heavy ground. And yes, it does have ash in it. This is what I call my ash salt, since I am draconic as well. It has dragon's blood ash in it. It's a really good sign of protection. It goes in the salt, and I'll show you why. And it sits on top of this little guy right here, which is actually an oil burner from Walmart. I had an oil burner thing on it that I gave to my mother-in-law. But the salt sits perfectly on top of this. So this is where my salt sits. So, got the goddess and god candles, the salt bowl. You'll need a bowl of some kind to put your salt in with your water, and I put my ash in there too sometimes for my big incense sticks. But it is what it is. Um, a water bowl. This one looks dirty because it does have ash in it from um, dragon's blood ash. It's ash water. It's supposed to combine fire and water into one and make it purifying. It's my way of blessing the water. And this is a cheap bowl from Walmart, $4. It's plastic, nothing special about it. It looks kind of like a cauldron. It's kind of cool. It's plastic. Next thing you need is your athame, depending on what kind of athame you want. My wife's got a small little itty bitty athame. It's a nice little athame. It's a nice little Celtic athame. It's pretty. It's got a nice little case to it. I got a little bit bigger of an athame. Mine is a replica of King Arthur's sword, Excalibur. This is my athame. They go on the god side. And then you're going to need a wand. The wand should be around the length of your arm, which is what it's an extension of your arm. It's up to you. Fire, water, water, fire. It doesn't matter which element you want to use this for. Really, it's really up to you. This one has been burned on the tip, and it's been burned on the tip by me as a blessing for this tool. This was mine before it was Sammy's, and it actually has inscriptions engraved on the side of it. See, there's one, and there's two, and this is a yew tree from Ireland. So this is a very expensive wand. It cost me about $25. But yeah, I bought this down in Florida before I moved up here. To me, this is fire. And my staff, because I got a staff, is earth. Now I'm going to bring out my staff. Right now, I'm going to back up. This is my staff. Yes, it's a nice staff. Okay, I'm going to have something on top. I'm not sure what I'm going to put up there yet. This is my staff. Right. On my staff, in the middle part, the lower part, it's got ruins on it. On the upper part, it's got symbols on it. So that's that. And the next is your incense. I'm going with mine, not with Sammy. Sammy's got her own. But dragon incense for me, because I'm into dragons. So my altar setup is dragons. Sammy's is dolphins, just the way we like them to be. And then last but not least, you need to have some kind of altar tile. In our case, we don't have an altar tile, but I have this patch. So this patch is our altar tile. It just sits on our altar like this in the middle and the bottom. Surrounded by candles and little plastic chipstones. So that's what happens with that. Now, I'm going to get into something, and what I'm going to get into is a little bit about me. That's the basics for altars, but I'm going to get into a little bit about me, where I come from, how I became what I am, and my path that I followed to get here. When I was about, I'd say, 12, I was going to a Baptist church down in Florida, and it became corrupt. By corrupt, I mean it lost its light, it lost its glory. The assistant pastor decided he wanted to take over the church, so in means of doing that, what he did is he planted child porn on our pastor's computer while our pastor was out of town and blamed it on our pastor, getting our pastor excommunicated from the church and taking over. I left. I knew something was fishy. Our pastor was out of town. I was smarter than that. So I left, and what went on after that was me searching for other churches. I was a goth kid at the time. Wore all black, wore a trench coat all year long. In Florida heat, I didn't care. I wore a trench coat. Sorry. And there's one thing I remember the most out of searching for a new church family, and that is how judgmental these churches were. I'd go into churches and I'd be kicked out of these because of the way I dressed. Oh, you're going to go to hell. Oh, you're going to go to hell. Oh, you're going to be a Satanist. Oh, you can't come here because you wear all black and a trench coat, and that's the mark of the devil. Oh, you can't do this. Oh, you can't do that. Oh, you're not welcome here. Over and over and over again. So then I decided it was time for me to look on another light for things, and I started looking up on different religions. Sorry, I'm a little bit tired for some reason still. I slept 12 hours. I started looking at different religions. So I studied a little bit of Buddha, did a little bit of Muslim, did a little bit of all these other types of faiths. And I've come across Druidism. I figured I like the earth, I like nature, why not? So I started studying Druidism. I was about 16, 17, studied Druidism secretly. My parents didn't know about it. Started studying Druidism secretly. And as time progressed, I eventually came out of the closet and let everyone know, hey, this is me. You don't like it, you can kiss my ass. I left church. By secretly means I still went to a church. I found a church that accepted me for the way I dressed eventually. And I still like going and hearing a good preacher preach. My problem is going to these churches where they do not accept you for the way you look and they judge you on the outside. James 4:11 states that you should not judge one another. To judge one another is not to judge him, but to set judgment on him, and only one judge and one lawmaker. And who are you to judge your brother? That makes total sense. I should not be judged by anyone for what I believe in at all, or the way I dress, or the way I look, or anything. So, I came upon Druidism, and I stuck to it. And I learned and learned and learned. And then eventually I was like, okay, I want to become ordained in Druidism. So I found this place online called Universal Life Church. I was about 19 at that time. And I signed up, and pagan arts, Druidism, Wiccanism, you pick your own path, but you're a registered pagan priest or a registered druid, archdruid. So I took it. I am a clergy. I am ordained. It's kind of funny hearing the druid say he is ordained. I am ordained. Universal Life Church is legitimate. They do ordain you. And yeah, so I'm ordained, and I am where I am today because of the past of the churches corrupting me. I'm not saying that Druidism is right for you. I'm not saying that Druidism is wrong for you. I'm not saying that Christianity is right or wrong for you. That's up to you to decide. You pick your own path. And if you want to follow down this path, you follow down that path. Don't let no one tell you you can or cannot do what you want to do. But don't let no one judge you either. With that being said, I'm going to let you guys go. I figured I'd let you guys know a little bit about myself in this segment here. And I will talk to you later. Blessed be. Merry meet, merry part, until we meet again. This is Draco. Have a blessed day.